like to introduce you to our speaker, one of our speakers, Dr. Suzanne Miles, who's the Provost, Executive Vice Chancellor for the college, and is also the President of the downtown campus. And it's my honor and privilege to introduce her to give us a welcome.
Thank you, Dolores. And good afternoon. It's such a pleasure to have you here at the downtown campus. This is such a vibrant campus and so eclectic and diverse. And I'm so happy that Amigos de Pima has decided to rotate going to different campuses so that you get to see each one of our beautiful campuses. I understand this is the 4th luncheon, and actually I remember Amigos de Pima back in the early 90s. I think it was 1992, am I correct, when all of this began? So let's give a warm welcome to all those people who started this. I also want to point out on your tables, if it hasn't been pointed out before, or if it has, I'll just reiterate, there's this beautiful booklet on your table. And I think Vicki Marshall made certain this was put together for you, and there's pictures and a text about different persons who have been recipients and who have supported this program. So please take time to look at it. It's just beautifully done. And the pictures.
Old Pueblo printers. They did the hard work.
Old Pueblo printers. Here, thank you very much. I want to congratulate all of the recipients in advance. It's so wonderful, and we're so proud of you, and we know that you are our future leaders. And all of the parents and guests who are with us, we just really find it such a special day, such a celebratory day. I also have the great pleasure of taking time to introduce to you the Chancellor of our college, Roy Flores. And I was saying to him, well, Dr. Flores, what would you like me to say to you? I mean, I was kind of schmoozing. Should I say all good things? You know? And he laughed at me and he said, well, you know, tell them that I just got a new set of teeth. And are you sure you want me to say that? I'll know later if I should have said that or not. Dr. Flores has been with us for, I think he's finishing his 8th year, and he has taken us through some very, very turbulent times economically. And as most of you know, our legislature is just not keen on supporting education, and we are down to just about 3% from the state for any funding. But despite that, the Chancellor has helped us not to have furloughs and layoffs, and helped employees whose jobs we may have had to eliminate go into other positions. And he firmly believes in these programs. And the program that we're here today for, he has always supported Amigos de Pima. And we're just so very fortunate to have him now and for a long time into the future. So please welcome Dr. Roy Flores. Yeah.
I'm afraid the provost left out one very important part. The replacement that I got is paid for. And the lesson I learned is listen to your mother when she says brush your teeth. Because if you have to have an implant, it's like mortgage the house. So anyway, with that aside, this is a very, very important event in the calendar of Pima Community College. As you know, when you look at the cycle of what you do, beginning with registering students in the fall and then graduating students and offering classes, we have these wonderful celebratory events along the way that really make the job worthwhile. Because this is why we're here. We're here to help students find success. And we do this by providing programs, courses, and services that will help you to learn. Not only learn the kinds of things to get a job, but also learn because learning about yourself, learning about your community, learning about your friends. What I find very interesting and the most uplifting thing here today is that we have a coming together of the community. We have Hank Oyama, who's one of the founders of Amigos at Pima, who has been instrumental in crafting and shaping the education of young men and women in Pima County and, in fact, beyond Pima County for many, many years. He's dedicated his life to that. And we have others of different generations. We have Richard Fingers, by way of example, and Marty Cortez and Vicki Marshall and so many others. And then we have generations coming up. David Longoria and the 30-somethings, which are going to be the folks that help lead Pima County in the future, as you are, recipients as you are. So I congratulate all of you for this celebratory occasion, but I have to also remind each of us here is the only way we're going to move forward is by moving together, by working together. We can't just do it alone. You know the idea of, well, I don't know, you didn't grow up with this, but I did. In the Western movies, there was always the Lone Ranger kind of person, the person that did it all by himself or herself, and that's the way it worked, and that's the way problems were solved, and in the end, everything was fine. Well, real life isn't like that. One person can't do very much, actually. About the best one person can do is change a flat tire. And that's if the tire has air in it. If it doesn't have air in it, you're going to have to find someone else to help you to work with that. But anyway, we have a coming together of the community, sharing of community resources, and rededicating ourselves to the central task. Your task as students will be to take advantage of the opportunities to learn. And I hope that as you do that, that at some point there'll be a realization that there is a joy in learning, that there is a joy in learning just because you're learning. And that later can be applied in many settings. But the fact of that experience of exhilaration and learning is what will carry you throughout your life if you in fact find that joy. So no matter what happens and how difficult times get from day to day or from month to month, you can always retreat to a book. You can always retreat to your mind and talk with people about ideas that bring you joy. And you can always translate those into a better life for you, for your spouse, and your family. A life without challenges is impossible. It's not going to happen, and you've already learned that. I wish that were possible, that we could do something and there would be no traffic problems, the money would always be coming from the state, and everything would work perfectly well. It doesn't, that's not real life. And I don't think we should ever wish for that. The only thing we should wish for is to find the way to overcome the challenges because they make us stronger. And I can tell you now that the key to that is turn to your neighbor, turn to your parents, turn to your friends, because together we overcome the challenges, and together we can see the next generation thrive. Thank you for your time.
Dr. Flores, for your inspiring words and your continuous support of Amigos at Pima. Okay, I'd like to now call the students up to the stage. Would you please come forward? We will begin now the presentation of awards, and the format will be slightly different from the past. They're going to be the main show. Okay, so I would like to introduce you to the first recipient. Her name is Araceli Huizar. Araceli graduated from Marana High School with a 3.83 GPA and plans to get a degree in hotel and restaurant management. She lives with her parents in Marana. Her father, Fernando, and mother, Maria, own their own landscaping business. She has two brothers, Steven and Bernardo. A college degree has been her long-time dream. One of her goals is to learn more languages. Transportation has been an issue living out of Marana, so she has worked part-time while in high school to save up for a vehicle. She has received the Presidential Academic Excellence Awards for high GPA and has been a member of the Honor Society, a member of Upward Bound, has tutored English language learners, and she's earning a college degree. Earning a college degree for her has always been a dream. She'll be the first in her family to attend college and plans to earn an associate degree in hotel restaurant management. Going on to college was not an easy choice. Her parents had looked forward to her completing high school and going into the business with them, but her dreams are elsewhere and she recognizes that the only door is through education. Araceli?
Good afternoon. I will be receiving the Dr. Candido and Olga Mercado Bilingual Education Scholarship. Olga Mercado completed her post-baccalaureate studies in bilingual education and received her ESL endorsement from the U of A. Her 22 years of bilingual education teaching experience includes teaching in pre-kinder, kinder, first, and second grade. Her teaching emphasizes has been in bilingual, developmentally appropriate curriculum in early childhood education. Olga established strong ties with the Tucson Hispanic community through home visits and parenting training. She retired from TUSD in 2005. Dr. Candido Mercado completed his doctoral degree at the U of A in 1986. For over 20 years, he has devoted his professional life to developing and supervising federally funded bilingual education programs at Pima Community College in partnership with local school districts. His professional skills and interests include bilingual education, minority cultures, concerns, organizational models, student mentoring, and counseling and academic career planning. He retired from PCC in 2006.
Felicitaciones a Araceli, es una gran estudiante.